Congratulations Labour on winning the general election. Here's a news article from Sky News saying that ChatGPT is telling its users that Labour has won the general election in the UK. Now, obviously, it's still a month away, so that hasn't actually happened. But ChatGPT is saying that they won a substantial majority. I saw this and I was thinking, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem like the kind of huge mistake that ChatGPT would make. Maybe they're tricking it and they're trying to get a headline by having it say things that it doesn't really believe and then quoting it out of context. You could definitely do that. So I went and tested it myself, and I was very surprised to find out that this is true. Keir Starmer's Labour has secured a significant victory, ending a long period of Conservative rule. What's happening here is explainable, but what happens next is really scary. See these blue marks here? That's sources that ChatGPT is referring to. And these sources are actually websites that are predicting what's going to happen in the election. It's just somehow ChatGPT's got it messed up and it thinks it's happened already. That's bad, but it's kind of understandable. What's really bad, though, happens next. Because ChatGPT thinks that this event has already happened, I'm able to ask follow-up questions. So I asked, how did Rishi Sunak take the defeat? He took the defeat with a mixture of acceptance and determination. And then it even talks about this speech that he gives after losing. And also the fact that Rishi Sunak said that, well, there was a low turnout. Again, this election has not happened. It gets even worse. I asked, what about reform? So apparently Reform take 12 to 13% of the national vote, which is a substantial increase from previous years. Even in this made-up hallucinated world, though, Reform failed to get any seats, which I find hilarious. Now here's the real kicker. I then ask, okay, who won the US election? And it was Biden. Apparently Joe Biden just beat Trump in this particular election. Again, hasn't happened. Okay, so what the hell's happening here? How is ChatGPT getting it so wrong? I haven't seen a hallucination like this with ChatGPT for quite a while. They've got much better. I think what's happened is because the first answer has gone wrong, ChatGPT's got itself into this kind of parallel bottle universe and it's just making things up in order to justify its earlier answers. So because it's got this misinformation about who it thinks wins the 2024 UK election, it therefore thinks it also must have information about how Rishi Sunak dealt with that loss and how well Reform did. And then we can just push it a little bit further and say, okay, well, what about in the US? How did the US presidents react? Who was the US president? And it's trying to use logic to cover up on its past hallucinations. Normally there's a safeguard in place where if ChatGPT doesn't have the information, it will say, oh, that's not part of my training data, or it will go and search online and not be able to find it. And it will say, this hasn't happened yet. However, because we broke the seal on that, for whatever reason, using this particular 2024 UK election, ChatGPT sort of gets caught in its own lies and it starts to come up with other things in order to justify what it's already said, which I'm not going to lie is pretty scary stuff.